Hi everybody, Varangian Gamer back here, and we're with our Danelaw playthrough. I've been a bit busy with work and real life taking over my free time recently. So apologies that it's been a while. I think what I've decided to do, rather than trying to balance having two playthroughs, this one and one with the Game of Thrones mod, the Castamere playthrough. I'm going to concentrate on one at a time and see it through to a conclusion. I don't know what that conclusion will be. Maybe it's just the timescale at the end of the game, about 1400. Although we're not making particularly fast progress towards that here. Or it might be for some kind of goal that we've set for ourselves. I will come back to the Castamere playthrough. That's not going anywhere, but I'm just going to focus on one. And yeah, I mean, I can see from here. The last time I paused, maybe I had it on 4 speed, just to try and get things moving a little bit quicker. Because I believe we're in a situation where we can't declare any wars because we have a truce with Alfred, because we've got his son as our inverted commas hostage or ward. The Sudri are our uncle Ivor, and we have an alliance with him. And we have a truce because for 2 more years, I think, with Powys. So yeah, land border wise, we don't have any targets. We could, look across the Irish Sea and go for. Why are there 2 Ulsters? I suppose one's got the county, but one's created the High Chiefdom. Yeah. So we shall unpause. Let's just have a quick scan down here. The election. Yeah, we've got daughters, haven't we? All daughters. There's still time to have a male heir. We're building crop fields in Cheshire. Our gold income is low, and our gold itself is fairly low too. I suppose what we could do, our armies, yeah. So yeah, we are increasing control in the county, aren't we? Because I do want to get that onto organised army, because this has never really been up at the top end of this scale. It's slowly creeping up, but not very quickly at all. I'd like to have a few more bodies if we were going to go raiding, but we shall see how things progress. Maybe even go up to 5 speed and hope that I don't miss too much. A shadow over the West Riding, so it looks like we've got another plague in our realm by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Sonny's coughs. It's another minor plague. A walk through the West Riding reveals something deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived in this unassuming hamlet. Everywhere one goes, one cannot escape the ceaseless noise of hacking and coughing from the infected. Congealed blood staining their clothes deep crimson. People are calling this affliction Sonny's coughs. While numbers remain low, it's only a matter of time till it spreads further. These poor sick peasants. Summon a physician. So we're going to lose 8 to legitimacy anyway. I guess they see it as poor leadership, maybe. The world is full of dangers, even to a king and his court. I should hire a court physician, lest injury or disease befalls me. I have asked around for recommendations and assembled a few options to choose from. Gormir is quite experienced. He's got a learning of 17 and he's a skilled physician. Oh God. Ulfhildir seems enthusiastic. Also 17. Also 2. Oh no, because that's the same one. Oh, it looks like I picked one. Oh damn. Oh well. We've got Ulfdir. Yeah, not quite as good. A soft approach. A success. It would seem the moderate approach has proven successful. It all worked out in the end, and it was the cheap option. The changing circumstances. With my hostage Athelstan's inheritance of Dorset, I now find myself caring for an earl. Athelstan will soon depart to take his throne in Dorset. So he's 8. Will he leave quite quickly then? There's nothing to be done. Yeah. My poor uncle, Ubba, has fallen ill with consumption. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closer by his bedside. Yet all is not lost, if luck should be on his side. This is an enemy I cannot protect him from. So, what? So we're similarly matched, aren't we? So we could declare war with our allies. We still don't have enough. We're getting towards illustrious. We still don't have quite enough, so we can't take on any county level wars. Nosewhite, feet and paw. It has become a habit to walk nosewise daily, and I'm not sure which of us enjoys the fresh air and sun the most. Nosewise bounds ahead and looks back at me and barks as if to say, catch up. And on we walk. We got a health boost from walking the dog. It looks like it's stabilised. It doesn't look like it's spreading anymore. My spy master has come to grave news, whilst we do not know yet who. Someone is trying to steal from me. We must stop the villain behind this. I don't have much to steal. He's not the best spy master in the world, is he? We don't really have a particularly good one to put in either, and he's a powerful vassal. So we'll leave it. A new heir, my brother Prince Godfrid Halfdan's son, that's your new player heir. I'm guessing, is that because did Ubba die? No, Ubba's not dead. He just got more votes, I guess. She's ranked 3rd. You know, out of 3. It's Prince Ragnar we need to. How's he got such high voting power? Let's start swaying you. Crop fields are constructed. Exotic arms. Along with their strange goods, merchants bring tall tales from distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Welsh peddlers purport to have brought Saka objects, said to have come from the faraway court of great ruler Charles Vikrama II of the Vijaya Shardam, no less. Thomas, the leading trader, grins darkly. This unique sword could be yours, for a special price, of course, great king. A likely yarn indeed, if only I had some way to verify the hawker's truth. So it's going to cost me... Oh, it's not a sword. It's an armour. You become owner of the Saka flexible scale armour. What tripe? Out with you. We can't quite afford it. Oh! Somebody was trying to steal from us. Today was a good day to admire Sigurd's dynasty banner, but to my horror I discover it's gone missing. After a brief investigation of servant times with King Olafur, it was rumoured to have said that Sigurd's dynasty banner would look better in his possession. Curse you, King Olafur, you disgusting thief. I could demand it back. I could potentially declare war for the artifact. Is it worth it for the banner? I mean, oh yeah, we've got an honest and gregarious, compassionate leader. Probably wouldn't. He'd be annoyed, but I don't think ridiculously annoyed. We've got an event at Royal Court. Day drinking. The drunken antics of my concubine have been the subject of court gossip before, but lately she seems to have taken them to a new level. Getting drunk by mid-morning, passing out in the castle courtyard, stumbling to the tavern in the afternoon, and waking up in the stables with a hangover the next day. What a life. Bjornflade's degenerate behaviour is an embarrassment to all who reside in Jorvik. She could sober up in the dungeons. We've got a diplomacy challenge, and we are a diplomat, and it would work. And a stern talking to. Get yourself together. You can't go drinking like that all day. Ridiculous. Shall we call a hunt? Average cost 135. How about in Darlington? There's one danger on the road, I guess. The forest. We've hired forest guides. We can get rid of the mountaineers. We'll start. See if we can get some prestige to get that up to illustrious. Forest guide hired. I can't wait. Journeying through Whitby, I pass a peculiar looking tent splayed open with yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty king. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Tell me my future, wise one, and I'd lose some stress. I'd gain stress because I was gregarious, so yeah, tell me my future. Will we get good omens? Surely that's a good sign for the hunt. And we are making camp. We assemble the party in the woodlands near Darlington. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks. A stout buck is definitely in the area, and the conditions could hardly be better for hunting it. Let's get out there. My party and I stalk through a copse, eyes peeled for any sign of a stag. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It's a nestling screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy eas, an unfledged raptor chick from the poplar. What luck! Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Have it taken back to my muse. And we get a hunting raptor. I mean, yeah, okay, we are compassionate. I think we put it back. He's compassionate. He's a compassionate man. Nosewise trots along beside me, obviously enjoying her time outside. Suddenly she freezes and starts barking. Then a couple of seconds later something can be heard moving through the undergrowth. Something big. Her bark turns to growls just as the wolf bursts into our path. Well done, Nosewise. Ooh. I can't send Nosewise up against. She's a scent dog, isn't she? She's not a hunting dog. Yeah, I'd look after the dog. So there's no negatives here. I'll gain improved prowess for 5 years. The success of the hunt increases and we lose stress. I will take it down, man to wolf. It's the most manly thing that I've seen him do. My huntsmen say they know the place of the beast's covert. And that's my own dog, not called Nosewise, crying in the background. He definitely would not face off against a wolf. The nearby water bodies and grazings the stag frequents, though it is by no means an easy thing to do. If we were to carefully creep upon the buck, we could perhaps catch it unawares with our bows. We'd proceed by stealth, or real hunters corner their prey. I think we proceed by stealth. As Tegan Gear and I pad on foot over some troublesome ground, I almost jump out of my skin at the sound of an almighty yelp. I turn to see my vassal's foot trapped in the mouth of a bear trap, poking menacingly from the briar. He howls in pain. Ah, these damned commoners! Why can't they hunt like real men? Says the man who's sneaking through the undergrowth with me. I must press on or we will lose the stag. No, he's not going to do that. My men will take you back. He's wounded. Despite our best efforts, we were unable to get close to the stag herd. They sensed us each time we neared, fleeing and going to ground. It's nearly too dark to continue. We will have to admit defeat at the hands of the deer. You cannot win them all. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were some silver linings to be found. They gathered a disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. So we lost 79 stress, we gained some legitimacy, we gained some prestige. So yeah, not too bad. Not particularly fantastic. So we've got an empty council position. The Mayor of Doncaster looks to be a good one for a good replacement. I believe, yeah, he's promoting Norse, so we need to decide whether he's 2 years away from that, so I'm going to let him continue. But at some stage we may merge with the Anglo-Saxon culture. At long last I am home. Thank Odin I can go inside again. I stumble upon my Chancellor, crouching beside my nose, dogwise, vigorously scratching her stomach. This dog of yours is quite the charmer, my lord. She's a good girl. He's getting some opinion. We are a champion short. Alliances, they were a problem in the past, and there's not particularly a good one. There's my cousin King Erika Bjorn's son, so Bjorn Ironside's no longer with us. Current amount of alliances. We still have quite a few. I think a lot of these are internal alliances. A new diplomacy perk. We must spare no expense to rebuild. Good for fabricating claims. I don't think we need to fabricate claims though. Oh, and Queen Aelof's gained the trait pregnant. This time it will be a boy. My uncle Jarl Ubber is the new player. The people are changing their votes regularly. Bound by blood, personal scheme success chance plus 25, and we can use the rescue house members and unify the house. Interesting. Oh, a new heir. Today, with the passing of Jarl Ubber, the future of the Danelaw has changed in its course. We will never know what kind of king he would have become. He wouldn't have become king at all. Just because he was currently getting the most votes. I'm strong and healthy. We won't know whether his death is a blessing or curse on the kingdom. So now my daughter, let's press pause. One tail ends, another begins. So suddenly I've got more. I don't understand the voting system here, but I will take it as it stands anyway. See, that confuses me even more. If they've got a voting strength of 20, why is his candidate only got 9 votes? Yeah, don't understand it. But at the moment, my daughter, which is what I wanted, is my player heir. So, excellent. Marshal this time. I think we'll reassign Ragnar to Marshal. And assign Torbjorn Gunnarsson as our spy master. This is not increasing, it's gone down a little bit. Do we have... No, the Earldom of Cheshire. 100% control. 5 years. Okie dokes. Worthy of the ocean, longships are, in many ways, the heart of a king's power. Without access to the sea, what are we but trapped wolves, unable to hunt or roam? It's with no small amount of alarm that my latest inspection of our stored boats shows many are beginning to moulder and perish, their carefully clinked hulls in danger of coming apart once returned to the water. It can't cost that much to fix them. 20 gold and they are repaired. We've got 38. It'll save in the long term to pay for the best now. Let them rot, what the harm? I think with us only having 38 we will go for the basic repairs. Yeah, okay, so now they're voting for my brother. Okay, so the Convert Faith, which I think's been going since we took Jorvik, has finally finished. Interesting. Okay. A game of riddles. Riddles are a beloved pastime amongst the Norse. 2 or more players will exchange increasingly tough problems, often rhyming and steeped in allegory or myth. On one particular long, lazy day, my Riksgodi Anunda thinks to challenge me to a game with what must be half of the people of the court watching. I need a cup of tea. You test my speechcraft. This will be fun. I think I've read a few books of riddles. It doesn't look like we're going to win that one. But the diplomacy challenge we should win. To start, who has no brain and is going to the dungeon? Brilliant. Thanks, but I'm a king and I have things to do. Okay, we'll test my speechcraft. It's clearly wanting. We won the game. That's a relief. I thought it was actually going to give me riddles to try to solve, and yeah, that could have been embarrassing. Okay, so that's one of the troubles of going on full speed, is I miss things like we are being raided. And it's Chester as well, where we were trying to increase the control. Let's turn that down a little bit. I don't know whether we're going to get there in time before the raid ends. Another 4 days. Completion on the 29th. We should get there then. He's tried running. You've nowhere to run to. seeing those off. I don't think he's going to raid anymore, but you never know. I'll keep my armies raised just a little while. Yeah, I think he's going. Yes, disband the army. Aha! Praise Freya. Oh, my yes, this is not my wife, is it? This is my woman, the drunken woman. She's given birth to a perfect little son. Who will you become, my child, and what shall I call you? Frodi. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. Child of a concubine. Now then. It's not saying he's my heir. I suppose if I'm not the head of House Fitzek. Oh, I am the house head. I can't legitimise him. But I can't legitimise him anyway. Surely he would become my heir, even as a son of a concubine. Oh no. All babies cry, but with little Frodi. Excuse me. There is no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to ease my worries, but her furrowed brow makes everything worse. The little lord is not gaining weight as he should. We will take good care of him, my lord, but in the end, the life is in the Norn's hands. Hush now, Frodi. Please don't cry. He gains a trait sickly. And Olaf, of course, she was also pregnant. She's had another daughter. Grima, may you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. Lots of daughters. We need to be able to legitimise the son. Our court grandeur, that's okay. We can't really afford to up our court grandeur. Let's convert the faith of the East Riding. 13 years. We can be patient. Okay. Okay, so we can now declare war. He's too many counties to be forcefully vassalised. We are 430 away from our next level of fame. I was hoping the Conquer County might have taken a bigger chunk all at once, but it's not really, so I'm wondering whether to just kind of go for it. I mean, we're going to win. It'd be another 5 years potentially until we could go for more. And with a let's head to war. I don't think we shall need to call on any allies. Unless he calls on any of his. I'm out walking nosewise when suddenly I see my wife, Queen Olaf, approach with a beautiful grey dog. Before either of us can react, Nosewise and the other dog take off. Yep, that sounds like my dog, chasing after others. I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll come back. My wife, Queen Olaf, and I find the two dogs after a while. in the middle of a vicious fight. Call your mutt off. Mutt? Mutt? My dog's not a mutt. When I finally get Nosewise to back off, Olaf's dog is ready. He's already growing cold. Oh no. Oh, Nosewise. Queen Olaf lost her pet dog and 20 opinion of us. Bad dog. Maybe I should have let him go at the wolf. Her go at the wolf. How's old Uncle Ivor doing? He's feeling fine. He's a drunkard. Okay, so they are sieging Westmoreland. We will definitely be done in plenty of time. To take this castle, Shrewsbury, and head up there for battle. They are running. We could end this war quickly here. Nope. We captured Merfyn, the son of Prince Rodri of Powys. Let's go take their capital. Oh, I think we wiped their army all in one fell swoop. No. They are taking that. So if we station the besiegers, how many does that leave us with? Plenty to take them on. There we go, we captured him that time. Now, that is definitely going to influence the war score. We could get 87 gold and continue sieging the castle. No, we're compassionate, so we won't put our men through it. So we will end the war. Gain another county, get some fame and some prestige, and we need to give it to somebody. We will grant it to our spy master. There you go, look after that county well. To the charming King Sigfrid of the Danelaw, I think a fellow will serve you well as a concubine. I guess that's what it says. Will you let her into your bed? Who's offering? Jarl Ivor's Marshal. Countess Sig, Balder's daughter. No thank you. I've already got one and she's a drunken mess. I'm not saying the new one would be. So we can ransom him, so yes, we will take the 25 from you. For sure. They are in a couple of wars. Wow. So they're in 3 wars. That's my he's expanding the realm on our behalf. Interesting. Promote culture task has been completed. So what do we do with the culture? Norse has taken a foothold, but it's taken a long time. Anglo-Saxon, we can't form a hybrid culture because the cultural acceptance is less than 20. Acceptance is 11. So that is still by county if we improve the cultural acceptance. Does it tell you roughly how long it's going to take? Or do we continue to pursue with the promoting the 8 years? So that's not quite as long, is it? Oh no, yes, 8 years. So less than the converting the religion. We can allocate a guardian for Auslag. Martial and intrigue. She's rowdy, not Mardy. She's got an intrigue focus lifestyle. Ulfhildir can look after and train my daughter. Is this being quite opportunistic? Uh-oh. Okay, let's slow down here because currently I don't have an heir to inherit the Danelaw. King or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. Do no more than what is necessary. I'm sure it's just an illness. We'll be fine. Is it Ragnar that we are? Yeah, Ragnar, well, is as high as he's going to get. But still a big discrepancy. On them all, because she's a woman. She's never going to be voted in. I mean, I could remove the law. Is that something that he'd do? I don't think he'd be... His learning isn't particularly high. His diplomacy is very high. So is that something that a diplomat would do? I don't think it is. Why is my son I wonder if I granted him a title, whether that would help. We'll hold tight. We'll hold tight a little bit longer. Duchess Olaf. She is now a ruler. The Earldom of Shealand. Where's the Earldom of is that within Denmark? Interesting. Oh. let's slow down. Let's have a look at this. My spies have informed me that a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with a fancy lord in pearls and silk. Apparently he drew a map from the local plains for an unknown nobleman. The spies think the lord must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. This idiot belongs in my dungeon. But I'm compassionate, so that's not what I'm going to do. I will gain more vigilant. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. So, what happened here then? Ivar inherited the Kingdom of Denmark. Okay. Who was previous King of Denmark? Can we find that out? Title history. King Olaf Sigurdsson. He was murdered by King Ivar. Oh, it's very Shakespearean. Interesting. His succession is well protected. So now when Ivar dies, now he's got a kingdom rank title. I don't think this is going to split. This will all remain as Denmark. So if we wish to take any of this land, we're going to have to go to war with descendants of Ivar at some point. How's he getting on in his war? He's losing. I mean, he's only got 602 men. It was... we've got internal conflict as well. I think we should keep an eye on... well, we should keep an eye on Ethelwulf anyway. My daughter's now my heir again. What changed? I wonder who started voting for her. Nope, just my voting power went up again. Honestly. I'm not ill anymore. Fantastic. I didn't think that was going to be anything terrible. He says confidently. $142. Can we build anything? Potentially in Cheshire. Almost. We could build some cattle pastures, which would increase our tax by 0.3. Or the trade port is also another good one by 0.3 as well. But we need another month tick over. Well, maybe a couple of months so we don't end up with only 2 gold in the coffers. Another diplomacy perk. So I think we'll continue down the family one. Each friend adds -5 stress gain. I don't know if I've got any friends. Have I got any friends? Nope. The taverns of Wigton have seen an influx of glory-seeking warriors as of late. Among them a group of old and battle-hardened veterans, Huskarls looking for a new master. There is also a whole host of enthusiastic young men that talk non-stop about finding glory on foreign shores. Perhaps I should seek to employ some of them. 155. for 175 men who will stand down on succession. 80 for 350 men who will stand down on succession. Or we'll take the gold. We will take the gold, so that in Cheshire we can build the cattle pastures. And I think that is where we shall leave this episode. As I said, the Danelaw is what we will focus on. So there'll be another episode coming out fairly soon. I'm probably going to record straight after this to get a couple in the bag, as it were. It's nice to have you with me. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that'd be fantastic. Leave any comments down below too. In the meantime, look after yourselves and cheers.